What is up? So, breaking news. Khanna is not a real progressive. I wasn't unaware of this until today when Joe Crowley tweeted out that Khanna was endorsing him, and Khanna confirmed it. So apparently, looking down the Twitter stream, Sema Hernandez, who is running for office in California, I believe, she said that she was tipped off to this when Khanna endorsed her opponent in the primary. So Khanna's not a real progressive, folks. He sold out to Joe Crowley. Also, Sema Hernandez and a couple other people on Twitter said that Khanna endorsed Nancy Pelosi to be Speaker of the House, voted for her to be Speaker of the House. So that's pretty huge because, I mean, he used to be a Justice Democrat. He used to be a progressive, but the dude's not. And just for an idea of who Corrupt Joe Crowley is, Corrupt Joe Crowley supports Donnie TinyHands, and he's endorsed by a super PAC that's linked to the real estate industry, and he shilled for Hillary Clinton in the primaries. So he is not a real progressive, okay? That being said, I wonder if Justice Democrats will drop him. That remains to be seen. But as of now, again, I'm not supporting him, and he will not be allowed to make guest appearances on my show. If any politician makes guest appearances on my show, they must be a progressive. They must be in favor of single payer, free college, a universal basic income, and they must be pro-Yemen and pro-Palestine, and pro-Syria, okay? And if they fail to meet any of those, they're not invited. So bye-bye, Khanna. You officially have lost any future invitations to come on my show, and you are no longer a progressive, and I hope Justice Democrats withdraw their endorsement for you, because the person that is running against Corrupt Joe Crowley, her name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and she is a real progressive. And actually, her family was screwed over. There's a video, I think, by Kyle Kalinske. Her family, she's from the Bronx, New York, and her family was screwed over by Corrupt Joe Crowley. And it was like her dad got sick, and they went bankrupt, and then her dad passed away or something like that. And Joe Crowley was on some sort of bankruptcy board in the Bronx or something. I don't really know. That's what I remember from the story, but it's something like that. But, and on top of that, she's a progressive, right? So she's a progressive. She is a person of color, woman of color. She's Afro-Puerto Rican. She supports Medicare for all, universal basic income, free college tuition. And then the guy that's supposedly the most progressive guy in the House endorses her opponent. And guess what? To make matters worse, in the comment section on Twitter, the money guy for Khanna, his finances guy, said that they had received a check from Joe Crowley, but they hadn't cashed it. They hadn't cashed it yet. So he received money, took corporate money. He just hasn't cashed the check yet. That's a weak sauce excuse. That's such a weak sauce excuse. Sorry, Ro, you're not invited on my show. We will talk about your corruption on this issue, but we will not invite you on the show. Khanna is officially no longer invited on my show. And that's the main news. Now, I'll come out with a new video pretty soon, and our next subject will be sports. Okay, so that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video.